Well, we have an atmospheric river event bringing heavy rains to the west coast, specifically California today, and ice and snow for the central U.S. as a winter storm makes its way through the central part of the country. So we have flood watches across Southern California, also Northern California in green here. Winter storm warnings in the higher elevations of the Sierra Nevada where they'll get lots of snow too. But it's flooding that we're talking about potentially in the Los Angeles area, which is not particularly accustomed to it, but it does happen in the winter. Several inches of rain possible in some spots with heavy rainfall, particularly in the mountains, deserts, coast, and valleys here. Pretty high level of potential flooding issues, and of course they can get mudslides and everything else. The rain is falling across much of California already. This is part of an atmospheric river, a plume of tropical moisture that gets really pushed out ahead of some cold air that moves across the North Pacific. You get some of that cold air from Siberia. It moves across the ocean, warms up considerably, but it plows up all this moisture out ahead of it, which goes slamming into California. And you can see this here. This is precipitable water content or moisture content just kind of streaming like a hose at California. We got a couple of them, the first one today, and then another one could reach the west coast here by the end of the week as well. Potential, as I mentioned, for at least a few inches of rain in parts of Southern California and then pockets of north central California. It is going to be kind of spotty in nature depending upon where you get the heaviest rainfall, but yeah, Southern California, San Diego up through Los Angeles, and then in the interior Central Valley parts of California could get quite a bit of rainfall as well. Some spots could get as much as 2 to 4 inches. Then we have winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings from Oklahoma up through Michigan. This is a system that's going to bring all varieties of precipitation as we see warmer air starting to move back in across the central U.S. A lot of liquid equivalent moisture. Now, some of this is going to fall as ice. That's the problem here across parts of north central Illinois into Indiana. We're talking about more than a 1/4 inch of ice possible here just south of Chicago into Indiana, but even Chicago, an icy coating of 1/10 to a couple tenths of an inch of ice. So this is going to be a widespread ice event today into tonight. And then as temperatures warm up, it'll turn to rain, and then we'll see a narrow band of snow on the northern and western side of this system, the cold side of the system. So literally a variety of precipitation. So here's that mixed bag moving across Illinois today. Rain as we head into tonight and tomorrow, and then we'll see that snow just on that tail end western northwestern edge that'll bring snowfall accumulations through the day tomorrow into Wednesday, with then maybe more rain heading into Thursday. But this narrow swath of snow basically from Kansas City up through Des Moines into southern Wisconsin through Michigan, a few inches at least of some wet snow there, and then again that ice just south of it. And all the while a shift in our temperature pattern. We've seen, of course, well below normal temperatures in the central U.S., sort of hugging the Rocky Mountains the last 10 days. Well, the next 7 days is about the polar opposite, well above normal temperatures, and that will kind of quiet down the wintry weather for at least the time being.